Ancient Sumerian Civilization. Welcome to our video on the ancient Sumerian civilization. The Sumerians were one of the world's first civilizations and developed in an ancient land known as Mesopotamia. They settled in the southern part of Mesopotamia, between the Euphrates and Tigris rivers. These rivers provided fertile land for growing crops and a plentiful water supply, which allowed the population to grow and led to the development of cities. Systems of government. The Sumerians had a complex system of government, led by kings and officials responsible for leading the citizens in religious ceremonies and the army in battles against invaders. Cities with public buildings. The Sumerians built cities with high walls to protect themselves from attacks. These cities had houses, streets, and public buildings. At the center of these cities, the Sumerians built step temples known as ziggurats to honor their gods and goddesses. They believed the gods and goddesses controlled everything and had to be kept happy with daily offerings. Arts, crafts, and sciences. The Sumerians were skilled craftspeople and made many things for daily use, such as pottery, jewelry, and tools. They also developed early forms of science and technology, such as irrigation systems for farming. Economic activities. The Sumerians were great farmers. They grew a lot of food and had enough to feed everyone. Because they had enough food, some Sumerians could choose to do other jobs. Some became craftspeople and made things like pottery and jewelry. Others became merchants and traded goods with other people. As trade grew, the Sumerian cities became bigger and more successful. The merchants traded the goods made by the craftspeople with other merchants, which helped the Sumerian cities grow and thrive. This allowed for the specialization of labor and led to the emergence of a flourishing civilization. Writing. The Sumerians also had a form of writing known as cuneiform. They used this writing system to record significant events and to conduct trade. The Sumerian civilization's legacy and its influence on us. They had leaders called kings and officials who ensured everything was fair and safe for everyone. They also built cities with big walls around them to protect themselves from enemies. In the middle of these cities, they created temples called ziggurats to honor their gods and goddesses. The Sumerians were good at making things like pottery, jewelry, and tools. They also had early forms of science and technology, like irrigation systems for farming, which are still used today. They also had a way of writing called cuneiform, which they used to write down important events and trade. Conclusion. The Sumerians had a complex system of government, built cities with public buildings, were skilled in arts, crafts, and sciences, had economic activities, and had a writing system. Even though they were one of the first civilizations, their legacy still affects us today. It can be seen in how we govern ourselves, build cities, make things, trade, and communicate through writing.